and welcome to another episode of Football Sports Up. Now, today is not such a good day for me, and it's because of the unfortunate episode that happened with Nigeria's national team, and I'm talking of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Now, the second leg of the AFCON 2025 double-header against Libya was obviously supposed to take place today. It's on a later time, I think 8 p.m. West African time. And they traveled on Sunday to Libya, Benghazi. It was supposed to happen in Benin. And unfortunately, it was an episode after another episode. I don't know what exactly gave Libya's Football Federation the guts to treat a national team like that. Now, I'm going to play the scenario from when they came to Nigeria for the first leg. And, after my research, they were supposed to land in Uyo Airport, which was not the case. And this was of their own decision as to them deciding to land in Port Harcourt. Now, you informed Nigeria Football Federation, the NFF, that you'll be landing an hour after you were already on air, right? And NFF said, okay, fine. If that's what you want, no problem. They got there. The NFF suggested that they should leave Port Harcourt Airport to Uyo through air flights. They said no, that probably was expensive than what they had projected. Okay, fine, that they were going to take bus, road trip. The good thing was Port Harcourt to Uyo was a short distance, so it was okay. Let's make bus reservation for you guys that you can take by road, we'll provide security and all that. They insisted that no, they were going to work with the bus they had prepared themselves. That they had prepared themselves. And the NFF said, fine, if that's what you want, if that's going to make you more comfortable, no problem. And what did the NFF do? They provided security escorts that would take them from the airport to their hotel in Uyo. There was no case of any maltreatment. Worst case, I think they said, oh, they were delayed at the airport for like an hour. And I think it's fine because you informed the NFF you were going to come through Port Harcourt an hour to you landing. It was more like, okay, this is impromptu. What can we do to salvage the situation? And you spent an hour in the airport. I don't think that was too much, right? Now, the Super Eagles of Nigeria are to travel to Libya for the second leg in Benghazi. And you delayed our players for over 15 hours. Now, the excuse they gave was one, that at first they had even changed the airport within flight, right? They were literally airborne when they changed the airport they were going to land. Now, they were supposed to land in Benghazi, and you told the pilot to change the destination to Al-Abrak Airport. Now, that airport in itself is a local airport. They don't have the amenities to be able to attend to this sort of situation. You've not given us the reason as to why you changed the airport mid-air. Okay, fine. You then decided that that was going to happen. You didn't inform the national team about it even before they left the airport in Nigeria. You did that, no problem. They get to the airport, and what did you do? You kept them there for 15 hours. You said, oh, because the protocol this, the protocol that. So if we kept you guys for 1 hour, which was no fault of ours, you thought it was right for you to keep them for 14 hours. Now, if you look at our national team as a whole, you cannot, for the life of me, if you look at the value placed on the Nigerian national team, The Libyan national team cannot get to an inch of that value. It is it's a level of disrespect. And I don't blame them. This is not the first time they are doing it, neither is it the second time. They did it to our local teams. Enyimba was, Enyimba got one, when they were going to play, I think the CAF Champions League. Rivers United also were beneficial of the same situation, the same attitude from this Libyan side. I don't even want to count the other times. But let's even say that is, club competition. This is a national, there is no level of fear that if anything whatsoever happens to these people in your land, you are not thinking of the consequences, and then they have the guts to say they are going to take legal action because the players decided to boycott the match. How do you expect players to sleep in the national airport for hours and you expect them to still play that same game? I honestly do not blame the Liberian Football Federation. And the reason is because we gave them that leverage to behave the way they did. Honestly. You didn't just keep the players, you kept the technical staff, you kept even members of the executive committee at the airport. There was no food provision, there was no water, there was no place to sleep, nothing. And you say you want to take legal action because the national team decided to boycott the match. Please, go ahead. My prayer is for you people to do it because it will be a huge shame if they don't do that. And then people are coming up with, oh, we did it to South Africa, we did it to this, we did it to that. See, one thing about Nigerians is we don't joke when it comes to taking care of people who come to our nation. We don't mind treating ourselves badly. But we see outsiders, we will give them the utmost respect. We treat them like dignitaries. I don't understand what is going on. How do they have the guts to keep a national side in the airport and there's no apology whatsoever? Players that are worth millions, that are important to their clubs. You keep them in the airport, they sleep in the airport, they sleep on metal chairs, and you think you have the right. I am just waiting to see what CAF is going to do because this will be a slap on CAF if they don't take this up because they need to be taught a lesson. And it's so funny that it's not just us they have done it to. They've done it to Ghanaian side, they've done it to Cameroonian side, they've done it to West Africa. Basically, they've done it to West Africa. And I'm not even surprised, what am I saying? A nation that has two governments literally controlling it. How would there be any form of respect for any other person? I have tried honestly to not talk about the situation, but at this point, just thinking about the fact that in the first leg, unfortunately, some media men lost their life just to ensure that Nigerians are able to watch that game just because of the faith they had in their players. And then we decided that we want to go to your house to play the second leg because in that first leg they already misbehaved. Defending majority of the time. It was a ridiculous style of play from that Libyan side. The goalkeeper sleeping on the floor, wasting time, not playing well, kicking the ball unnecessarily. It was a disgusting show of shame from the Libyan side. So with this drama they built, I'm not even surprised. Because I am pissed right now. I am so angry. I am just happy that nothing happened to any of our, because if anything had happened to any of our players, it would not be a joke. It will not be a joke. You see this conversation we are still having with ourselves, we will not be speaking English. We will not be, because it will, this one will be nation against nation. This will be national team against national team. Because it's a disgrace. This same Libya side has not qualified for AFCON in the last 12 years. And you are given another opportunity. And what do you do? What do you do? I just hope CAF can take this issue and take it seriously. The good thing is they've released a statement and they've said that they'll be investigating into the whole situation, and hopefully, they are punished for this, because there's no way this is going to, there's no way it's going to be, just played with on a low. No. There has to be consequences for what they have done. It's a disgrace. This is part of the reason why Western nations laugh at African continent. Because they look at us and they just laugh and look at the sort of shameful act that was portrayed. Honestly, it's a disgrace. As I said, I just hope CAF can take this up and treat it the way I would hope it is treated. CAF, we are on the lookout. If you decide you want to punish us and say, oh yes, we are going to lose 3 points and three goals, because usually that is what happens, no problem. But Libya has to be punished for this they have done. It is not a joke. It is not, we are not just a mere national team. A lot of those players you are looking at play for big clubs in Europe. And you think you can do what? CAF, as I said, I hope they take this with all seriousness. Because, anyways, that is much I will talk about it for now. Until CAF, brings out another statement to say this is what they've done so far. I hope so. I honestly hope so. Anyways, that's the much for me. And please, don't forget to share what your thoughts are about the whole situation, if Libya was right or wrong. Just share your thoughts in the comment section. And also don't forget to put on your post notification button to get the latest videos when they drop. Also don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles at official FSH on Instagram and on Twitter. Anyways, that's the much from me today. I know but please have a wonderful day. Bye.